Hello guys, this is the Dude 2 and this is another video of Go Basics. In this episode I'm going to cover endgame situations, and I'm going to try to explain the different ways to play endgame that's advantageous. In particular, I'm going to be explaining sente endgame moves and gote endgame moves, and I'm going to try to keep it real simple. On my board here I have 4 examples. In this example here I have what is called double gote, and then this example here I have what's called double sente, and then I have one side gets sente, one side gets gote, and right here I have what's called reverse sente. To explain, if you've never heard of gote or sente, basically what that is sente is translated a bunch of different ways, but I like the term initiative. Sente meaning initiative. What that means is if you play a move that's sente, you're playing a move that your opponent has to answer, and when your opponent answers that, you could play another move. And there are a lot of times you can get a bunch of sente moves in a row, and so that allows you to control the flow of the game until your opponent can play a move that you have to answer, and then they steal sente, or they steal the initiative. Gote, on the other hand, is kind of the negative version. If you play a move in gote, that means you're giving up your initiative. And sometimes you have to do that, but usually you try to save the gote moves until you're done with all the good sente moves. Sometimes your opponent's not going to let you do that. That's kind of the nature of the beast. But a gote move is a move that you play. You may gain a couple points, but you're giving up the initiative. And I'll show that with the couple examples I have here. So there are basically 4 types of endgame moves. There's sente move, where both sides, whoever plays there, gets sente. So you fight to be the first person to play in that move. And then there's double gote, which means each person, whoever plays there first, is going to get a couple points, but they're going to lose the initiative. Those are the moves you want to save. Both players want to save to the end. And then there is single sente, where only one person, if one person plays there, he'll keep sente. If the other person plays there, he'll get gote. And then there is reverse sente, which means it's a move that one person is going to gain a whole bunch of points. The other person can block that, getting gote, which only allows that person to get a few amount of points instead of a huge amount of points. And that's a little complicated. I'll explain that at the end. That's with this example over here. But let's focus on this first example, and we'll get right through these. What I did, and what was a good idea if you do happen to have 2 different types of stones, is I set it up with my double convex Yunzies from Yellow Mountain Imports, and now I'm going to be playing with my single convex flat-sided. And what this does is this allows me to keep the main pattern and to practice with it, so I can see the difference between the stones. And you'll see the difference too. They're a little bit bigger and they're skinnier, so they're closer to the board. So let's get started. This first example is an example of double gote. What that means is whoever plays here first is going to lose initiative. So let's say white plays first. White's going to play here, trying to slip around. Black's going to block. White's going to block. Now it's black's turn. Black can play wherever he wants. Black now has sente. Black has the initiative. Okay? So that was white playing. Let's turn the table, and let's say black plays. So black plays here, trying to slip around. White plays here. Now black's stone is in trouble, so black has to block. And now it's white's turn. Very simple, basic example of double gote. Whoever plays first loses the initiative. You gain a couple points, you lose the initiative. That's why you want to save these type of moves till the end of the game, because you lose initiative. You want to play all your sente moves first. That keeps the flow going, and you keep stealing points, stealing points, stealing points. And then you have to decide which gote move to play to steal points, and then it's their turn, and you steal points back and forth. This is how a lot of times you're winning the game and then you get to the end game and they kick your butt. It's because they got this end game down and they understand the difference between sente, gote, etc. This next example here, let's see if I can bring this a little closer for you. This is an example right here in this corner. Be sure I'm in the right corner. It's trickier doing this stuff than you think. This is an example of double sente. Whoever plays gets sente. And this is the type of move that you want to play right away, as soon as you can. So for example, white plays. White slips around the corner. Black blocks. White protects. But now black's in trouble, because white can cut here and destroy this whole shape. So black has to block. And now, white's initiative. So white not only... Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Yep, I did the wrong thing. Sorry guys. Let's try this again. White goes first. White tries to slip around. Black blocks. Let's get this out of here. White has to block. And now, black has a weakness right here. So black has to block. So white attacked. He took a couple points away from black. And now white can go again. White has sente because black had to block. If we turn the example around to black attacks, black will try to slip around the top. White will have to block. Now that puts his stone in trouble, in which case black blocks. And now white blocks. And now it's black's turn. So black attacked, gained a couple points, or took a couple points away from white. And, black can still go, it's his turn. And if white goes first, he gets a couple points and he can still go. So it's very valuable to play these double sente moves before your opponent. You're just going to lose a lot of points left and right with that. Now going to this example that I had you zoomed in before but didn't play. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright. This setup here is an example of what is called one-sided sente. One person will play and gain sente, and the other person, if he plays, he'll gain gote. Let's figure out who. Let's say black plays. Black tries to slip around the end. White blocks. Now black has a weakness, black has to block. Alright, well black played that move and he got gote. Not very good for him. However, if white plays first, white will play here, black will play here, white will play here. Black has to block now because white will cut in. So this is sente for white. Now white can play somewhere else. So it may be worth it for black to play gote here and get the couple points and stop white from keeping sente. I mean, either way, white's going to get sente, so you might as well stop him from getting the couple points and then getting sente, is one way of looking at it. And it all depends on the different options you have available, in the board. You have to decide what's worth more, etc. It's all stuff that comes with experience and stuff I myself am not very good at yet. So let's do this last setup here. See if we can figure this one out that's a little more complicated. This is an example of what is called reverse sente. And the best definition I could find is from the book I just reviewed, Win and Go, Successful Moves from Opening to Endgame. And the definition it gives is, in a one-sided sente position, the side that would end in gote defends in order to prevent the opponent from making a big sente move. Now, this is the reason I'm not a fan of, this is the reason I'm not much of a fan of these type of books. Who understands that? As a beginner, come on, that's crazy. So let me try to put it in basic terms. Basically, if black plays first, he's going to make this big move here. What this does is it just destroys white's framework over here. White is going to have a heck of a time stopping him. And this black stone can't be killed. It'll be able to connect all the way. If you get some free time, play it out. You know, white tries to block here, black plays here. White can't play here because then black will play here and kill, so white's got to go here. And black just keeps jumping further and further ahead. It's a huge move. I believe it's estimated you get 7 or 9 points from this big move. So black wants this. Okay, black will play here as soon as he gets an available opportunity because it destroys white's framework, as I said before. So white has to play first. Okay? White can't invade. All white can do is play here. Okay? Now, this doesn't stop black, but it really limits black's sente. So black's going to play here. White plays here. Black's got to protect. And white's got to protect. Now guess what? Black still has sente. Black would have had sente before with this big move. So what you did was, in this reverse sente situation, white played first, losing his turn, and then black played, gaining a small amount, as opposed to black playing first, gaining a huge amount, and maintaining the initiative. That's the difference. Let me explain one more time. Black could make this huge move, which is very bad for white, and keep sente, keeping the initiative. So black could play here. Okay, it doesn't stop black from gaining sente or keeping initiative, but it stops black from making a huge move. Instead, it limits black's move to here. White has to block. And if you were wondering, the reason white has to block in all of these examples, the reason this needs blocked is because the opponent will play there. And then you'll get a chase down on this line, which white will eventually lose. Or, you know, black could play here and capture these 2 stones and just break through anyway. So this is the reason why these are always blocked. Almost always blocked. Unless you have some type of backup stone. You know, something like this in the background. Or something like this. If you don't have something like that, you're going to block it. Okay? Well, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, a couple of you guys have been pointing out my little mistakes or little camera angle things. I appreciate that. Keep it coming. I want to make the videos as simple and easily understood as possible for beginners. And your comments are more than welcome. Please subscribe. Every time I just got a bunch of subscribers, and that gets me really excited. So, you know, the quicker I get subscribers, the more excited I get about making these videos, and I want to make more. If you have any ideas for videos or a trouble spot, if it's not something I myself am also troubled with, feel free to, you know, ask me about it. I'll try to get the answer for you, or maybe it's something I figured out on my own. Again, the purpose of these videos is not to teach anything advanced. These are more explanation videos. I don't feel qualified to actually teach anything more than the basics. We'll leave that to the professionals. My purpose of this video, as I'll state one more time, is to help beginners get a little better so that they can understand the more advanced stuff. And in the process, I hope to get a little better myself, and we can grow together. That's it for the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments and your support. And keep it coming, guys. Also, another thing, as of right now, every comment you make, I'll reply to. Positive, negative, question. So if you have a question or comment, you know, you're not wasting your time. Put the comment on. Within a day or two, I'll get back to you. I check it every day. I get real excited about what's going on here. So once again, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next video. Later.